Ito ang Broad Stream Cast Communicators, ang naiiba at kakaibang plataporma sa digital broadcast. Mula Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao hanggang sa iba't ibang dako ng mundo. Broad Stream Cast Communicators, ang sandigan ng sambayanan mula sa walang labis at walang kulang na pagbabalita, paglilingkod, maglalahad ng mga mapagbuong komentaryo at usaping pambayan para sa kapakanan ng karamihan. Broad Stream Cast Communicators, tuwirang maglilingkod ngayon hanggang sa susunod na henerasyon. Buhay Online, Chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Ating tunghayan, pakinggan at tuklasin ang mga pangyayari at kaganapan sa mundo ng online. Buhay Online, Chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Alamin ang pinaka-latest trends mula sa trabaho at kung hanggang saan na ang narating ng teknolohiyang ito. At ngayon, narito na ang ating host, ang ating Techiemommy, si Jaye C. Bautista.
Hello everyone! Happy Monday! Magandang umaga po. Welcome to Buhay Online and we are back on track dito po on a Monday with new hope, with hope for a more productive week ahead of us po. How did you spend your weekend? Kayo po ba ay lumabas, nag-beach, nagpasyal, o nasa bahay lang? Mainit, pero nag-uulan-ulan din. So, hindi, actually, it wasn't that hot in this weekend. It's not even that hot now. Actually, ano lang ba tayo? Oh, yan, 28 degrees. It's a little bit, and it's a little bit cloudy dito sa amin sa Pangkabuhayan. Umuulan-ulan. So, hindi masyadong mainit. Compared nga to actually to Japan, they're suffering heat stroke there. Yung mga estudyante ko nagko-complain na sometimes they're doing classes naka-sleeveless sila. It's very, hindi sila sanay na ganito kainit kaagad. Right? Nagugulat sila because summer came early to Japan. But anyway, how was your weekend? And ako po, nakapag-relax naman ako ng konti this weekend because I lessened my workload so that I could go out, do the grocery, do some shopping, yun po, at more importantly, linakad ko po itong ako. Yeah, that's what I did. It's part of my therapy to walk, because I really have to get used to walking. Kasi po, I've been using a cane for more than 4 years because of my accident on my left leg, no? Kaya nga grabe yung right leg ko sa kakaprotect ng left leg ko. But now, nagpa-total knee replacement na ako. So now I'm actually trying to learn how to walk properly without the cane and to walk more normally or naturally. Kasi ang weird po ng feeling ko na after inka-inka at may tungkod for more than 4 years, now sometimes hinahanap ko yan, nasanay na ako ng may tungkod ng cane. So it's a little bit like baby steps, trying to learn how to walk normally and naturally. Kasi hindi ko yung pag-balance po ng hips, ng thighs, saka yun po, trying to lose weight so that the less pressure on my ankles and my knee. But last week we talked about the stresses that we feel itong pandemya na to, yung strain yan, at how we are affected. Hindi po natin natapos yung series na yon. Perhaps we can tackle some of it today. Pero, of course, first things first, let's find out po kung ano nang nangyari tungkol sa pasukan because, di ba, nag-debate maraming mga ibang teachers na do not want schools to be open agad sa August 22 kasi nga parang kulang sila sa pahinga. But, Saka yun pa yung sinasabi, they're trying to think that they're debating also about the issue na kung paano hindi bakunado yung bata, papasukin nyo ba? Okay, so to repaso that, di ba, yung CHED, sinabi nila that CHED was trying to decide if schools to decide on mandatory in-person classes. The Commission on Higher Education, yun said po, cannot force colleges and universities to impose full implementation, TN, face-to-face, of face-to-face classes. Samantala, kasi nga this morning, yesterday ba yun, nakakuha ko ng balita na several private schools in Cebu were closed because they felt, because of the low enrollment. Diba? Maraming magulang pa rin talaga ay papasukin yung mga anak nila and hindi mo sila mapipili. So, nagsarado po yung ilang private schools sa Cebu because na of low enrollment. Okay? So, itong sinasabi ko naman, yung CHED said, the universities and colleges cannot be forced to implement face-to-face classes. Ito po sinabi ni Chairperson Prosper de Vera nung Wednesday. We cannot require all schools to do face-to-face because there are schools that have been doing distance learning and flexible learning even before the pandemic. Oo nga, may mga programa na talagang blended learning before. He made a statement when asked if CHED will also impose a mandatory resumption of full in-person classes like the Department of Education. Rivera added that CHED is unlike the basic education program that has almost uniform curriculum. Sila customized, di ba? Some degree programs really need a lot of face-to-face, especially skills-based programs, while other programs can be delivered by flexible learning. So we're leaving it to the universities. And nasa discretion na po ng universidad to decide what is the appropriate mix. Yun ang sinabi ni Prospero de Vera. Okay? On last Tuesday, the DepEd said starting November 2, all public and private schools shall have transitioned to 5 days of in-person classes, meaning regular operations, hours of operations, Monday to Friday. No schools will be allowed to implement purely distance learning or blended learning except for those implementing alternative delivery modes as provided in DO S.2019, Policy Guidelines on the K-12 to Basic Education Program, and DO01 S.2022, the Revised Policy Guidelines on Homeschooling Programs. Okay? So, ayan po yun po sa mandatory pagbubukas ng mga kolehiyo. Ayan po. Okay? Okay. Right? On another, note, okay, yung case po ng COVID sa ating bansa, let's just have a update. COVID positivity rate is very high in 5 provinces. Ito pang pag-alaman natin kahapon, no? According to Octa. 5 provinces were tagged by Octa Research for having very high COVID-19 positivity rate as of July 15, reaching the 20% mark. Okay? Aklan, all right, recorded a positivity rate of 31.9% from 26.9% on July 9. Tarlac also posted a significant increase in COVID-19 positivity rate from 16.7% to 27.5%. The positivity rate in Pampanga was at 23.5%. Okay? Mataas yun. 22.9% in Nueva Ecija and 22.5% in Laguna. Kasi nga dito sa Pampanga pa, COVID kung mag-behave ang mga tao eh. Anyway, meanwhile, the National Capital Region, Antique, Batangas, Bulacan, Capiz, Cavite, Iloilo, Isabela, Pangasinan, and Rizal also recorded COVID-19 positivity rates of over 10% on July 15. The World Health Organization set the benchmark of COVID-19 positivity to 5% to indicate that the infection is under control. Octa Research Fellow Dr. Guido David, in a tweet on Sunday, advised the public to practice necessary caution to prevent the further spread of COVID-19. Okay? Right. So yun po ang nangyari dyan. Right? Ito po. Alright, so, tungkol pa rin sa still talking about the, hold on a second, 44% of Filipinos not satisfied. Yan po, tungkol pa sa education, may balik ko doon, no? Not satisfied with K-12 basic education program, survey says. Well, ito bang press release na ito is alluding to the move na gustong gawin ng current Vice President Sara Duterte na tanggalin ng K-12 na nilagay ni Noynoy Aquino regime. Well, kasi sa biglang ngayon nagka-survey ng 44% of Filipinos not satisfied with K-12. Bakit di natin to ginawang survey na to bago today? Right? Kung unsatisfied ka lang 44%, bakit di tayo nag-survey na ganito before nawala yung Duterte regime? Bakit? Hindi dapat tinanggal na taon pa. 44% of Filipinos are dissatisfied with the K-12 education system in the country. A Pulse Asia survey shared today. Okay? According to the survey conducted on June 24 to 27, diba? Bakit nung June 24 lang kinonduct tong gantong test? Samantalang ilang taon na nag-K-12. Diba? Ngayon lang nila tinignan. This survey was commissioned by Senator Sherwin Gatchalian. 25% of the 1,200 respondents said they are somewhat dissatisfied with the current education system, while 19% said they are truly satisfied. This means a total of 44% are considered to be dissatisfied with the K-12 program. Sinabi po ito ng survey na yan. Yung 44% dissatisfaction figure is 16 percentage points higher compared to the results of a survey done in September 2019. O yun pala, 2019 pa lang yung last survey na ginawa tungkol sa K-12. 4 years after. Ulit, the September 2019 survey showed that only 28% of respondents were dissatisfied. So, di ba? Pero ngayon, bilang lumagdag na madami after 4 years. With the K-12, ang mga dissatisfied, tumaas ng gano'n, naging 44% from 28% noong 2019. Dapat nag-conduct sila ng test every year. Yung titignan kung paano nag-escalate yan, di ba? So, sana may ginawa na silang measures in between 2019 and 2022. The satisfaction rate likewise dropped from 50% in September 2019 to 39% in June 2022. Kasi, diba? K-12 review to. Gatchalian, kasi po, who is poised to chair the Senate Committee on Basic Education, Arts and Culture in the 19th Congress, said the K-12 program has yet to be reviewed. Malinaw sa boses ng ating mga kabataan, hindi sila kontento sa programa ng K-12. Ito ay dahil hindi natutupad ang mga pangako nito at naging dagdag sa pasanin lamang ito ng ating mga magulang at mga mag-aaral. The voice of our countrymen is clear. We are not satisfied with the K-12 program. This is because the promises of the program are not being met, and this became an additional burden for parents and students. Okay? Gatchalian po ay nag-file siya ng Senate Resolution number 5, which seeks an inquiry on the status of the implementation of Public Act number 10533 or the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013, also known as the K-12 law. Ayan almost 10 years na, magta 10 years na time. 8 years na pala to. Right? Yeah. 7. Yeah, 9 years. Citing a 2020 discussion paper by the Philippine Institute for Development Studies, Gatchalian said that while the K-12 program promised to boost employability among senior high school graduates, only a little over 20% of senior high school graduates enter the labor force while 70% continue with the education. Yan. Kasi hindi pa rin hinahire basta-basta kung high school graduate ka lang. So parang talaga naman, parang yung dinagdag mo 3 taon, baliwala. Kasi sa tingin ng tao, yung high school graduate ka lang, hindi wala kang degree. yung mapipili mo lang din yung trabaho mo, papagtrabahuhan mo, diba? Dapat nating suriin na husto ang pagpapatupad ng K-12. Ngayon lang, natitingnan, upang matiyak na natutupad nito ang layunin makapaghatid ng dekalidad na edukasyon at isulong ang pagiging competitive ng ating mga kabataan. We should check the implementation of K-12 to ensure that we are meeting its goal of bringing quality education and making children competitive. Ano ba kasi yung competitive na yan? Tayong lahat, diba, nabuhay na all our lives that we never had K-12. Parang Amerika. Bakit? Yung mga Amerikano, kahit na K-12 sila, hindi naman sila pwede mong sabihin na hindi tayo competitive because I know for a fact, I lived in America for so long and with the education that I had, and I was able to have 6 promotions in the four years that I was working for a Fortune 500 company. So with less education than nung nakasabay ko doon. Bakit ganon? See, I didn't see that need talaga for the K-12 eh. Kasi nga, diba? Like even yan, sila Marcos o yung mga naging presidente, hindi naman sila nag-K-12 ba? Pero naging presidente sila. So, I really didn't see the point in that eh. Tapos ngayon, tatanggalin. Dapat nila yun. Oh well. Okay, so that's the thing about the implementation kung yung K-12 aalisin o hindi. Okay? So we should check the implementation of K-12 to ensure that we are meeting its goals of bringing quality education and making our children competitive. Hello. Yan ang questionable dyan eh. Hindi mo talaga alam kung bakit pinagdagdag. Right? Okay. So, on that note, let's talk about Filipinos in general regarding our health, okay? From education to health, okay, to medical. An estimated, okay, sige nga, sandali lang. An estimated 27 million Filipinos are said to be obese. Okay? Sandali lang. Ito naman to. Yeah, 27 million Filipinos daw are said to be obese. Isipin natin. Sorry, potential adventure. Okay? Let's find out why. I'm not surprised, right? Pinagkain natin. Sa dami ng masasarap na pagkain na rich in cholesterol. So, an estimated 27 Filipinos an official of the National Nutrition Council said, okay? This is based on the recent data of the Department of Science and Technology Food and Nutrition Research Institute or the DOST-FNRI. Yan po ang kagandahan ng technology, di ba? Lahat ng mga survey, lahat ng mga test, lahat ng mga nalalaman natin real time and in due time and in faster time, lahat ng nalalaman na information ito. Okay? In a radio interview nung Sunday po, kahapon, Raval noted that 3.6 million young people or up to 19 years of age were obese. Okay? Sa Pilipinas ito hindi sa Amerika. Sa adults, 20.8 million. So halos 4 sa bawat 10, 4 out of 10, okay? Adults ay obese, okay? Sa elderly naman, medyo bumaba at 2.6 million. Overall, 27 million pag pinagsama-sama lahat. Among adults, 20.8 million. So almost 4 out of 10 adults are obese. Among the elderly, it's slightly decreased, which is now at 2.6 million. Overall, it's 27 million para sa lahat ng obese sa Pilipinas. Pardon me. The World Health Organization defined obesity and overweight as abnormal or excessive fat accumulation that presents a risk to health. Talaga naman talaga. Ang mga culprit po talaga fat, fatty liver, sugar that, mga carbohydrates, everything na ganyan turns into sugar. Okay? Sugar is the culprit too. na-attribute sa pagkakaroon ng mga iba't ibang kasakit, diabetes, pati cancer, and hypertension naman sa mga pabang pagkain. Sa buong mundo, in the whole world, talagang tumataas siya sa lahat ng bansa. Habang mas naging developed or urbanized ang lugar, mas tumataas at wala pa talagang bansa na nakakapagpababa. Meaning that the prevalence of obesity is rising in all countries. Okay? Obesity per se. It is increasing more rapidly in areas that are more developed or urbanized, and no country has been able to lower obesity rates yet. Worldwide po ito, hindi lang Pilipinas ang nasisingle out. Okay? Too much consumption of highly processed food and sweetened beverages, as well as lack of physical activity, can lead to obesity. Yan po, yung mga kapanoodles, mga snacks, mga potato chips and stuff, yung mga juice na naka-tetra pak and all, or even yung mga iced tea na may mga sugar, yan po nagko-cause ng obesity. Mga junk food. Raval said they are strengthening their information campaigns about obesity, as this is one of the interventions to reduce the obesity rate in the country. Kailangan talaga pagtuunan yung mga population-based na approaches. Okay? Kasama dyan yung pagkakaroon ng taxation. Halimbawa, yung parang nung sa Amerika, mataas ang tax ng sigarilyo tsaka ng alak, tsaka talaga tinaas yung presyo para less people yung mag-avail. Pero nakakagawa ng paraan yung mga, diba? Ganun pa rin. So ito, balak nilang taxation, okay? Pagkakaroon ng taxation, halimbawa, sa mga hindi masustansyang pagkain. We really need to focus on population-based approaches, such as taxing, for example, food that are unhealthy. So yun. Paano yan? Di lahat ng snack tataksan, di ba? Lahat ng mga may MSG or whatever it is, or preservatives, right? Di man dami nun, di ba? Ang daming tataas ang presyo. Wala. So, para wag na nga halos huwag nang bilhin. Paglilimita na hindi healthy. Yung harmful sa marketing sa mga bata. Kasi, kaso ang gaganda ng marketing ng mga pagkain na yan, di ba? Enticing talaga lalo sa mga kabataan. Kasi isa yan sa mga nagiging impluensya sa kanila sa pagbili at pagkain na hindi masustansya. Limit marketing of unhealthy food to children. Oh my God, but that's really big business. My God, the ads of and mga ganyan, kapanoodle, lucky. O, paano mo yun hindi tatanggapin kung negosyo pa? Hindi mo tatanggapin yung ad nila o billboard gusto pagawa. Kasi unhealthy yung food na yun. O, di maapektuhan yung industry na advertise. Tsaka, of course, yung manufacturer. Limit marketing of unhealthy food to children because that's one of the things that influences them to buy and eat unhealthy food. Yan ang sinabi. Tingnan natin kung kayang gawin yan. Ano yan? Big business. Diba? Raval also encouraged local government units to restrict the sale of healthy food near schools. And pang yan, mga kwek-kwek, mga lahat, street food, nandiyan dyan. Diba? Mga tindahan sa kanto, sari-sari store, junk food, snacks, nakatinda rin. Raval also encouraged local government units to restrict the sale of unhealthy food malapit sa mga eskwelahan, right? Halimbawa, ang Quezon City, so meron siyang ordinansa na bawal magbenta within 100 meters na mula sa school. So, dapat, bawal ang mga chichirya, matatamis. So, yung mga bata nagbibili na siya sa school canteen, imbis na doon sa labas. For example, in Quezon City, it already has an ordinance that restricts selling within 100-meter radius from the school. So junk food and sweet products should not be allowed. With this, the child will buy food at the school canteen instead. Okay? Pagdating sa mga paaralan, meron namang mga inisyatibo na ang Department of Education na ibawal na yung pagbibenta ng mga healthy. Okay? When it comes to schools, all right, there was already an initiative from the Department of Education to restrict the sale of food that are unhealthy. Okay? Ayan, di ba nagkaroon po, nagsalita ang bagong Pangulong Bongbong Marcos Jr., Ferdinand Marcos Jr. kahapon at sinabi niya na high prices of food may worsen hunger incidence. Ayan po. Totoo naman po yan. And when we think about it, right? Ganun yan dito. Okay? There's truth to that. Sa nangyayaring inflation po over global problem po ito. Okay? So dahil dyan, di ba, taasan ng bilihin, yun nga, nagkakaroon tayo ng chronic pandemic stress. But, you know, some Filipinos, okay, decide to invest in happiness. Yan po pag-usapan natin ngayon, no? Lagay natin dyan yung ating stories for the day. Here you go, okay? Let's find out how. Filipinos invest in happiness to overcome pandemic blues, okay? Over the last 2 years, the catchphrase, deserve ko ito or I deserve this, has been widely used by Filipinos to justify their online splurges. Ayan po talaga. In this pandemic, kasama sa depression or sa pandemic chronic stresses, or actually, one of the ways that people started relieving their stresses is through online shopping. So naman po yan, yung e-commerce po nag-proliferate, saka yung sellers online, negosyo na nilagay online, yan po nangyari. So, some think of it instant gratification. Some think of it, yung online purchases or splurges as instant gratification o yung nasasatisfy po yung ating mga urge o yung nasasubdue yung ating kalungkutan sa pag-lockdown sa bahay or yung pag-work from home na lang all day long. So, dinajustify yan yung pag-shopping online. Kasi nga, kung bahay ka, tingin mo lang sa internet, ang dami-daming ads na nag-intrude ngayon ng produkto, even sa Facebook mo, sa text mo, ang dami-dami, right? So, others think it's a coping mechanism. But it's amply clear that COVID-19 triggered an increasing number of Filipinos to spend more on themselves, promoting happiness amid the pandemic blues. Talaga naman, no? A recent, sandali nga, excuse me, let me just check what's going on with my life. Ayan. Naka-broadcast naman po. Ayan. Ayan. Kasi parang hindi gumagalaw. Ba't nakapanood kaya ako? Am I live? So as I was saying, okay. Wait a minute. Okay, before I continue about kung Filipinos invest in happiness to overcome pandemic blues, I want to greet belated happy birthday to Bobby Leo, my childhood friend and ng pamilya. Belated happy birthday to you and to my beloved kumare, Sarah Garcia de la Rosa, who is happily vacationing in London. So siya nag-celebrate ng birthday. Belated happy birthday to Buen Guido. And yan po. Today, hindi ko alam kung sino may birthday. But anyway, sa mga may birthday today, happy birthday sa inyo. Okay, salamat. Nakatingin ko sa text na ito nagpaalala. But anyway, also, so going back to what I was saying, Filipinos are investing in personal happiness. Yan by, the e-commerce platforms and the emergence of food delivery apps were the biggest contributors to the country's growing online market. Right? Philippine internet economy was the fastest growing market in Asia Pacific. Keeping nyo, the Philippines internet economy was the fastest growing market in Asia Pacific itong taon na to. Okay? So, something of online buying as instant gratification, like we said, diba? Other thing, kasi iba naman, ito ang coping mechanism. it's very clear that, people in this pandemic tend to spend more on themselves, promoting happiness, diba? Despite nga the pandemic. Okay? A report recently found out that many Filipinos have become joy seekers. Naghahanap ng aliw sa sarili. Turning to food delivery, totoo naman, Diyos ko, kami, order ng food pagka magluto ang aking butiking. May bahay. Siya yung may bahay. Anyway, literally. Okay, so, uh, Filipinos have turned into joy seekers, turning to food delivery and buying self-care services and items during the pandemic. Totoo. Kaya lumakas ang negosyo ng Lazada, ng Shopee, no? Pagsweldo, Shopee already, right? Joy seeker is a subjective term for market watchers and global trend forecasting company WGSN. The term describes consumers who turn to products and experiences that offer a sense of reassurance and happiness eventually. Okay? Citing the latest Asia Markets to Watch report, okay, WGSN said that big e-commerce platforms and the emergence of food delivery apps were the biggest contributors to the country's growing online market. It also added that the Philippines internet economy was the fastest growing market in Asia Pacific in 2022. Okay, ulit ko lang, no? Leading face to these figures are stories of some Filipinos who noticed how their purchasing habits changed, diba? Amid the pandemic. Talaga naman po, ang purchasing habits nag-change na ng malaki. Nalipat sa online buying, yung paglalabas pag weekend para mag-shopping, maghanap ng sale, pumunta sa Baclaran, tawag doon, Divisoria sa mga taga Manila, or sa mga outlet or sa ibang bansa para mag-shopping, yung mga, mga mga nakaka-afford. But then see, lending face-to-face to these figures are true stories of mga Pinoy na nag-turn to online buying. And many of them noticed increase on online purchases, which were mostly food and materials related to old and newly discovered mga hobbies. Yun po, no? Okay, banker Ron Magno, kunyari, was fond of exploring new dishes and restaurants to try with his family and friends before the pandemic. It all changed when quarantines and lockdowns were implemented, okay? I then developed a habit of buying food online from online shops on Instagram. The closest experience that I could get to my pre-pandemic dining habits. Ito sinabi niya, no? He also got inspired by the growing number of online food businesses. So he bought baking equipment and tools. Yan po. Nagkaroon tayo ng mga bagong hobbies. Ay, sandali lang po. I'm so sorry. Pardon me. I have to answer. I will be right back. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm back po. Pasensya na. So as I was saying, okay, pasensya na po kasi ako lang po dito mag sa bahay and I have to talk to ito sa aming association. Anyway, as I was saying po, no, market analysts and art and ito po yung mga some Filipinos po gave their views kung paano naapektuhan ito na online buying po ang kanilang happiness itong pandemic na to. Si market analyst and art enthusiast Mary Joyce Fernandez, meanwhile, turned to painting and manage pandemic stresses. She purchased paint kits, started scratch painting, and even tried building miniature houses. Wow. Rewarding myself with these activities after a long day keeps me more optimistic these days. Yun na talaga. May mga naging gardener, di ba? Mga ingay plantito at plantita sa itong pandemic. So, nila mga gardening tools and all those things. And may naging mga artists. My stress reliever is to cook. So, sometimes pag ayoko lumabas, order na lang din ako ng delivery ng mga groceries, diba? Pero kasi, ito pong where I live, the mall is just right next door. It's like a few paces, let me see, 3 blocks up lang yung grocery at saka yung mall. So, pumupunta na lang po ako. Pero sometimes, pagka tinatamad, I also order online to have it delivered. Pero kasi nga, di ba, yung delivery fee na 50 pesos, pangbili na yun ng load ng bata dito. But anyway, rewarding myself with these activities, ang sabi ni Fernandez, after a long day keeps me more optimistic. Just like Magno was found joy again by dining out, concert goer Maria Patricia Sakay is ecstatic with the prospect of seeing her favorite acts perform live. When I saw the upcoming concert of my favorite artist, I immediately felt the energy that concert crowd begins. Despite the possibility of the concert being cancelled, rising positive cases, I still ended up buying the tickets because I wanted to feel the happiness of attending concerts again after being cooped up at home for so long. I mean, my own family included, no? Because we can't predict we can't predict kung gaano katagal pa ito. Kami po kasi, for the past 4 years, every Christmas, my family gathers. We go to a hotel. We get a suite. Each family, ilang families po kami na nandito sa Philippines. 4 families. So we each get a suite. At doon po kami nag-Christmas at New Year sa hotel. Nag-staycation kami. Kaya sa dati, naghahanda pa sa one of the houses ng kapatid ko. And then, yung ligpit-ligpitan, whatever. So we decided to book our suites already as early as 2 months ago without thinking na of course not being sure kung anong mangyayari from that time till December. Kasi meron namang mga offers din yung mga Agoda at saka booking.com na you can cancel a few days before the date. So, meron pa kami panahon kahit na binayaran na namin yung mga suite, yung feeling lang namin na parang normal sila na mag-suspend ulit kami ng holidays sa hotel. Okay? These stories are affirmed by a recent report by the United States Department of Agriculture. Okay? The report said, okay, so yun po. So, yan po ang nangyayari tungkol sa joy seekers, sinasabi natin. The Philippine F&B sector may expand 6% this year, which is it's already happening. The report stated that the Philippine food and beverage retail sector is expected to grow by 6% this year as quarantine protocols are loosened and the economy boosted by the recent national elections. Filipinos have been showing more interest to spend on products and experiences that bring them happiness and comfort. Itong sinabi ni Athena Chen, Senior Strategist at WGSN in the Asia Pacific region. As they continue to feel the impact of COVID-19 on their mental health, these online purchases naturally become a form of self-care, which promotes a better well-being. Okay? Yan po. Konektado naman dyan, di ba? Lagi na may mention yung mental health. Kasi nga, quite a few number of people who are psychologically and emotionally affected by this pandemic. Yun nga, pandemic anxiety, you know. So that's why we talked about chronic illness and how to manage it. Okay, so that is the thing about that's the thing about online buying na pinag-usapan natin. Na talaga naman po, instead of yung comfort buying po nangyari. We're all guilty of ordering something every now and then from Lazada. Siguro wala pa walang internet na hindi gumagawa niya. Or kahit na nga data sa mga phone nila. Right? Anyway, on that note, okay, let's look at naman the situation regarding kasi ayoko talaga na mabalitaan ito sa gera-gera eh. Pero it's a fact and reality that's affecting our lives now. Right? The inflation is due to the pag-akyat ng gas, ng oil dahil sa Ukraine war. Wala sila inintindi na apektuhan yung buong mundo sa ginawa nila. Right? Well, talking about the war, okay? Meron pong dyan, meron tinatanong dito. Diba kasi yung sa nangyayari mga violence, sa guns and all that, we know that yung Russian-Ukrainian war na yan, siyempre, no, they're asking America to help. As in the case that America always intervenes, always the protector of mga ibang nations na mas maliliit, Russia tong kalaban ngayon na another world power, right? So, yeah, people are thinking that, of course, and no, it's an eventuality po na kapag sumali ang Amerika sa gera na yan, Third World War na yan, ayaw na naman. Yung mga kaso nga, di ba, in America po, ang dami nagtatanong because they know that, I live there and I have my second home is America. Is America on the path to civil war, right? Well, maraming indications eh. But we will, yung nag-text niyan to talk about it, we will talk about this another day, yung tungkol sa gera. Because let's concentrate muna today on the pandemic situation and how it's affecting people and how we are rising above it with regards to work and studies. Okay, we will talk about America on the path to civil war at another time. Okay, salamat sa nag-text to ask about it. Okay? But we will deal with it. Okay, ngayon po itong mga balita muna kung paano marirelieve yung mga stress ng ating gagawin. Okay, right? Around the world, diba, ang Macau, mag-lockdown na Ang Macau at yung Hong Kong, dumadami yung mga cases pati sa Taiwan. Sa Asia po, nag-spread na yung Omicron. Well, it's also spreading in Europe and America. Di ba? Kasi sa America, sa Europe, wala nang mask-to-mask sa Canada. And yan, dumadami ang infection sa Japan. The other day was 90,000, and sino ba yung over 100,000? Anyway, isa pang concern dyan is, of course, the weather changes. Like in some countries, summer came early, like in Japan. But let's talk about climate forecasts and alerts on extreme weather. Importante po ito. Let's talk about that. Kasi yan ang nangyayari now eh. Init, lamig, ulan, aircon, init, right? A summer heat wave that has triggered devastating forest fires across Southwest Europe, okay, showed no signs of abating kahapon. Hindi po tumigil yung sunog. As parts of the continent readied for new temperature records early next week. See? Mga heat wave all around po yan. No? Nangyayari yan. Okay? Firefighters in France, Portugal, and Spain and Greece, okay, are battling forest blazes. Nangyari na po ito sa Amerika mga gantong panahon noon, actually earlier. Before the pandemic, di ba, isusod na kalamidad. Yung forest fire sa California was really darn big. It was like 3 years ago. Grabe yun. Yung forest fire sa California, pumunta from northern to southern California, right? So, firefighters of France, Portugal, Spain, and Greece, imagine, are battling forest blazes that have ravaged thousands of hectares of land and killed several personnel since the start of the week, okay? Because the second heat wave, dahil sa heat wave, engulfing parts of Southwest Europe in weeks. As scientists blame climate change, totoo naman, and predict more frequent and intense episodes of extreme weather. Firefighters po in the coastal towns of Arcachon in France's southwestern Gironde region were fighting to control dalawa pong forest blazes that have devoured more than 10,000 hectares since Tuesday. Yan po, parang yung California fire na from north to south nangyari 3 years ago or more. It is a Herculean job, sinabi ni Lieutenant Colonel Oliver Chabat from the Fire and Rescue Service, which has 1,200 firefighters and 5 planes in action. Okay. Further evacuation orders were given on Saturday for a few hundred residents. Fire ito po ang sunog sa Europe. Okay. Kasi bago naman nun po, the week before that, we're talking about calamities and all in this climate change weather. Nung pong last week, yung rain-swollen rivers spilled mud-brown waters across Sydney nung Tuesday po, swamping homes and roads while forcing thousands to flee. See, bago po itong week na itong sunog sa Europe, sa Australia naman, emergency services instructed about 50,000 people to evacuate or to prepare to escape the rising waters in New South Wales. Okay? Bakit hindi yan nabalita ng kuya ko? My brother lives in Sydney. Emergency workers carried out 22 flood rescues in Sydney overnight with the support of 100 army troops po. The floods, heavy rain, and powerful winds led to power outages for 19,000 homes. Bakit dito sinabi ng kuya ko? Hindi man lang, kaya siguro hindi maka-online kasi nga wala silang internet. Australia has been the sharp end of climate change with droughts, deadly bushfires, bleaching events on the Great Barrier Reef, and floods becoming more common and intense as global weather patterns change. Higher temperatures can mean the atmosphere holds more moisture, unleashing more rain. Kaya pala, climate change pala pati ulan. Sydney is not out of danger. So, hindi ko lang alam kamustahin ko ay kuya pa. Haven't heard from him. Kaya pala kasi wala nung power. So that's what happened. Okay? So, on another note, all right, on another note, let's give way to the ano ba yun tungkol dyan? That I think some provinces, I already mentioned it. kung sino yung madadagdagan na hindi naman balita tungkol sa pag-change ng alert level. Okay? Because nasa safe ano pa po tayo zone as far as overall intention and is concerned. But dapat pa rin po natin gawin yung mga safety protocols. Kagaya po sa Amerika at sa Europe, wala na silang they call this maskara. Eh dito po sa Pilipinas, we still have to wear masks, of course, because, and I think, bakit sa Japan, sanay na sila nagmamaskara. Even in Taiwan, when they were at their lowest paranormal life, wala silang restrictions, walang lockdown. Kasi infection sa kanila, mga 30 to almost 0, 30, 50, ganyan na. But they were still wearing masks the whole time, and they still are. Kasi nga, habang nandyan yung virus, we still have to keep wearing masks when we're in the public places. Okay? So I think that's the only way to help prevent being infected. Although, ayun nga, when you think about it, di ba, wala ka ng halos nag-ihil dito sa Pilipinas, common na lang na sabi na may nagpa-COVID sa inyo or yung family member or yung kaibigan mo. Okay? Okay. Speaking of health, speaking of sakit, okay, let's talk about something. Let's talk about hiccups, brain freeze, and sneezing. Alam ba natin sa ito? Okay, let's talk about it. Ay, hindi pa pala. Bukas ko na yan sa usapan kasi we're nearing the end of our podcast. 52. Anyway, sinabi natin, diba na increase po ang infections, hindi lang dito sa atin, actually of the whole world. Okay? We have a few more minutes. Okay, let's talk about social media apps, social media platforms. Okay? Okay, ito, meron po. Ang Instagram po was down for thousands of users. A few days ago, nasira po ang Instagram for some reason. Yan. Nasira ang Instagram. It was down for thousands of users nung few days ago. Okay? Thousands of users of Meta platforms in Instagram. Meta, yung may-ari din ay si Zuckerberg. Nung Thursday po, reported issues with a photo sharing application according to downdetector.com. Nearly 24,000 users of Instagram po were impacted by 5 p.m. nung Thursday. According to excuse me. According to outage tracking website Down Detector, which collates status reports from a number of sources in the United States. We are aware that some people are having trouble accessing Instagram. So po nung Thursday. They were working to get things back to normal and apologize for any inconvenience. Ito sinabi ng Meta spokesperson. Currently kasi, 2,000 users were affected nung time na yon. And earlier on Thursday, Twitter had a nearly 3-hour outage that affected as many as 50,000 users at its peak. Ito pong sinabi ng downdetector.com. Last year, Meta had a nearly, naalala ko pa yan, last year, nag 6-hour downtime ang Meta. WhatsApp, Instagram, and Messenger out of reach for billions of users. Okay? So, bakit nangyayari to, di ba? Ang Facebook tsaka mga Instagram outages. Sino ang naapektuhan nun kung nangyari tsaka bakit? No? Bakit nangyayari kaya? Ano ba to? Hindi naman to sabotage, technical to, di ba? Online monitoring service Down Detector reported earlier the outage began around, di ba? Ano yun, nung Thursday nangyari yun, outage ng Instagram. Pero by now po, na-contain na po. So, okay na yan. Kasi, alala natin, noong 2019, nangyari din po yung outage na naka-apekto sa Facebook. Instagram was partially down, pati Facebook tsaka WhatsApp. Bakit nangyayari yun? It's technical. Na-address naman nila kagad. But hindi naman yan ka-create ng controversy na sinasabotage. You know, technically that happened. Kaya nga hindi ko tinatrust yung yung driverless cars kasi feeling ko I cannot put my life in the hands of a computer. Hindi talaga. Anyway, yung Twitter naman, on the other hand, di ba, naapektuhan ang kanilang stocks because of Elon Musk pulling out from his 44 billion offer to buy Twitter. Okay, well, Twitter came back online kahapon after an hour-long outage naman that kept thousands of users across the globe from accessing the social media website. The outage affected nearly 2,000 users as of 9 a.m., down from the peak of 50,000 incidents an hour earlier, according to outage tracking website Down Detector. So pareho sila palang Instagram at Twitter na apektuhan. Same time, same channel. The incident came days after Twitter sued Tesla CEO Musk for violating his deal to buy the company and asked the Delaware court to order the world's richest person to complete the takeover. Ngayon, pinipilit nilang bilhin. Oh my gosh. Some of you are having issues accessing Twitter and we're working to get it back and running for everyone. Thanks for sticking with us, sinabi ng social media company in a tweet. Okay? Twitter's status dashboard showed it was investigating the issue with some of its application programming interfaces. Twitter is hosted on Amazon Web Services and began using the Google Cloud Platform as a secondary vendor in 2018, according to Wells Fargo security analyst Brian Fitzgerald. It doesn't seem to be a problem with its cloud vendors as other services continue to run. So hindi to sinasabotage or anything. Walang conspiracy dito nangyayari. Twitter had suffered another widespread outage in February that it blamed on a software glitch. Okay? Other big technology companies have also been hit by outages in the past year, with a near 6-hour interruption keeping Meta platforms WhatsApp, Instagram, and Messenger out of the reach of billions of users noong October po. Notorious for outages in its early years, Twitter used its popular fail whale illustration, a beluga being lifted by birds, for such incidents until 2013 when it discontinued the logo. Twitter shares were marginally down 36.51 on Thursday. Tumaas po nung in-announce ni Elon Musk na bibili niya, tapos nung nag-withdraw, tumaba na ngayon siya 36.51 na share. Okay? All right. Okay? So on that note po, I would like to wrap up today's episode here at Buhay Online. Maraming salamat po sa mga kinig at nanood at sa manonood pa. Of course, those who want to watch our past episodes that you missed, you can always go to our YouTube channel, which is the Broad Stream Cast Communicators YouTube channel. Please feel free to go there and watch our episodes na hindi niyo po napanood. Anyway, tomorrow po is a special edition here at Buhay Online. I will have guest panelists tomorrow. Tomorrow, Tuesday, I've assigned to Entrepreneur Day, where we will feature online businesses. We will feature online, sa ibang araw naman, online jobs. Hindi ko alam kung pagsasamahin ko sa araw. I think iba naman yung tungkol sa jobs and education. Pagka Tuesday po, devote po natin sa negosyo at kabuhayan that we do online. Thank you very much for joining me. At the end of the day, please always remain faith, hope, and love. Maraming salamat po. Kita-kita po tayo ulit.
Inyong natunghayan at napakinggan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng online sa pamamagitan pa rin ng Broad Stream Cast Communicators. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po.